Hello, everyone. This is Onur Korucu here. I'm joining from Dublin today. Hopefully, everyone is okay. If my voice is a little bit itchy, I'm sorry for that. I got COVID since last week. Today, we will talk about very popular and very spectacular topic. This is AI, of course. You know that it's like a bubble gum. Everybody really likes to chew it these days. And today, I will try to give some insider from privacy, security, and compliance strategy side. I'm coming from technology services part from consulting companies, PwC, KPMG, Grant Thornton was my back countries and back companies. And now I am working together with Microsoft World, and I am the vice president of consulting services in Ireland and UK. And so I will share some insiders from especially EU sites, but I will try to give you from different examples from all over the world. Let's start with our first slides. In 2023, AI, and especially, of course, we are calling it generative AI, has unequivocally gone mainstream. And it seems like everyone has played around the large language models, and with upwards, I think we can say 100 million weekly active users, ChatGPT has practically become a household name. Think about it. Teachers, politicians, talk show hosts, the bus driver, maybe your grandparents, maybe use large language models for going beyond Googling and oddball comedy bits. But those day-to-day, the case just scratch the surface of possible. So you can see lots of different examples in your daily life too right now, but it is coming a little bit dangerously. And if we're digging deeper, folks working close to tech are using breed of AI tools to transform products, reimagine businesses, and deliver customer experiences in ways previously unimaginable, or at least that's the premise. There are two main reasons why artificial intelligence might be giving business leaders around the world sleepless nights. The first is sheer excitement at the possible of technologies, and the second is abject fear about implications of getting it wrong. Because lots of different companies starting to use this kind of AI tools and they want to enhance and develop this kind of softwares, but we have a little bit more confusion on this area because unsurprisingly companies are scrambling to do this kind of application developments doing the same but in the rush because especially in EU side we are still working on this AI Act proposal version act. There is a great danger of organizations making missteps and that could lead them into legal and ethical minefield. There, maybe we can say, where they might not suffer reputational damage, also cause real world harm. And today's pupils and students may work later in jobs, and which is not exist day, maybe today. Technology is replacing humans on certain positions, independent if it the workshop, factory, and offices you are working in. But based on the research, today 40% of in-house consoles already use an electronic review assistant. So think about it, because maybe in the future we are not working together with these kind of people. We are working together with review assistants. Such a software reads and understands contracts to highlight important parts and propose changes based on local law and the company policies. Because if you ask somebody, please, can you understand all these kind of different regulations from different countries? It can make time, but if you ask this kind of questions to an AI, it is just minutes. And like today's non-customer services, the software will be the first level of review control. Only if the software identifies special risk factors, it will be sent to document and the second level, which would be human contract manager. And businesses is entering new chapter and in the adaptation of current generation of AI capabilities and advancing. It's becoming easier to develop and implement AI applications, and companies are seeing tangible benefits from adaptation. And the state of AI, diving a bit deeper into some examples of AI. For daily examples, virtual assistants, machine learning refers to algorithm to learn from input to enable AI, especially in the past, we called it, big data. And of course, the speech recognition, because in your companies, you are using, for example, Zoom or this kind of video conference tools, and it can transcripts in your applications. The highlight a few of those technologies at work, including recommendation engine, suggest the promotions based on customer buying habits. Of course, it's from the marketing side, and decision management, credit decisions. It is coming from the financial side, and biometrics. Apple iPhone Face ID uses AI to detect your facial features like human eyes, eyebrows, and nose. If we go with Gen AI progressed so fast over the past 9 months, the experts are reassessing their timelines for AI to reach human level capabilities. I really like these slides because in here we are talking about very spectacular and very important topics, because we have a survey and research from McKinsey side. And if we take a look, these graphics, the substantial improvements in AI over the past 5 years led to acceleration of forecast of AI achieves human performance. While artificial general intelligence is still distant future most surveys, AI progress is much faster in special capabilities relevant to our services. And a useful guidance provided from McKinsey survey of experts on maturity of different AI capabilities, including logical reasoning, output presentation, or creativity. And after this recent generative AI developments for most assessed capabilities, median human performance is already within reach of AI. So the performance equivalent to top quartile human output is expected just 2022 or 2030. But when performing assessment of the impact on our businesses, we should keep in mind that as the technology is rapidly improving and many skills may reach top human level at or by late 2020s or earlier. So if you summarize it with the diagrams, the initial estimation was that AI could only reach some capabilities such as creativity, logical reasoning, and problem solving, social and emotional reasoning by 2060s or 2070s. But the development of AI has been going so fast after generative AI, the predictions are completely changed. Most of these capabilities are already achieved, and it is matters of years or maybe months for generative AI to perform at the top quartile. Let's talk about a little bit cybersecurity side. Artificial intelligence has advantaged and advanced greatly in the past decades. On my phone, for example, I am reading Apple and Google News, and it's well tailored for me. And thanks to AI recommendation, there's models. And self-driving are already picking the passengers from the rides in the downtown of cities. But at the same time, this transformation is happening in cybersecurity world too, because we are just trying to catch the technologies. And every day, for example, think about it. In the past 5 years, we just talk about digital transformation, cloud computing, and after all, big data. But this AI, it's totally different, because it is not just we can say, oh, it is just AI, it's just a software. No, it is not like that. It is it can learn on itself. So we need to remain these questions. Will AI replace security professionals too? Or will AI still be as useful in zero trust era, given the access is tightened to minimum already? AI was introduced to center of stage of cybersecurity industry 5 maybe 6 years ago. Originally, they tackle malware detection and anomaly detection use cases. We have come along a way better to understand the useful and the limitations of application and applying AI to cybersecurity, especially in the zero trust era. First, a zero trust architecture does not remove the need for AI. Through the zero trust eliminates the attack surface and reduce the chance for anomaly to happen. The zero trust demands on AI more. But today, and enterprises uses the policy and typically personal department security policies. Whether users are in a big or small department, it doesn't matter. They all follow very similar, if not the same, security policy, including access control policies. But however, this generative, such complex, granular, and personalized policy at scale can be very time consuming if relying on human rules and heuristics. And different employees will use different applications, such as application usage may need to evolve fast shorting period of time. And AI is so critical to technology to make such an intelligent and personalized security policy recommendation at scale. So we can say, for example, when we try to design an act, they always try to explain these kind of things. For example, if you are putting in force an act, you can wait for updated maybe 5 or 10 years. But AI is changing and maybe we will change it in 5 years. No, you cannot. You need to be ready for just for after a day. So it is like that. If you prepare a policy for security side for a as we will humans to verify many of outputs and provide feedbacks from the AI models to improve. And again, today's technology is comforted the AI privacy and security risks to arise from extensive data collection and vulnerabilities within AI systems to ensure the responsible deployment. It is imperative to conduct rigorous risk assessments and reinforce security mechanisms or security. This zero trust models is an example for these security mechanisms, and thereby establishing robust privacy security in AI systems. And for the implementation, we need to use these kind of things. First of all, implement AI model, monitoring the security evolutions. By doing this, organizations can stay vigilant against potential threats and identify the vulnerabilities to take corrective actions before significant damage occurs. And the other one is in corporate advisory training during model construction. This approach helps to model recognize the defend against potential manipulations. These manipulations means that if you use this kind of AI models in your orchestrate, I mean that security orchestrate, because you are using lots of different tools and applications and systems in your companies. But these AI models can manipulate this kind of instruments. So you can understand with this kind of model constructions to this kind of manipulations, threats, and vulnerability issues, and address the unique hazards of generative AI and chatbots, because it is crucial to implement access controls, user monitoring mechanisms, the language filters, and these are measures can effectively reduce your malicious activities and safeguards from users' potential risks. And how we can strengthen our security measures for AI systems. We can give you some tip points in here, because implementing a robust security measures helps mitigate risks, protect sensitive data, maintain the integrity of AI models, and build the trust among users and stakeholders. It is, again, crucial for organizations to continues to assess and update their security practices as the threat landscape and evolves, and ensuring that AI systems remain resilient against these emerging cyber threats because it is evolving, they are very complex. And we can say if you are working in different sectors, it can be tailor-made because they are learning insider from your sectors. If you are working in financial sectors, you need to keep your this PII data very securely. But after all, if you are working in medical or health systems, it's like a nightmare. So establishing a strong governance practices and conduct regular risk assessments to ensure responsible AI development. But we are not talking about in here, classic COVID ISO 27001 or NIST risk assessments, because if you are using AI, you need to audit your AI risks with AI. So you cannot control everything just with, the tick box exercises or the typical checklists. This is a new world, so we cannot just limit ourselves with this kind of best practices, standards, or just compliance, equipments. And utilize the framework to cover the data protection, assess access control, and model integrity and system monitoring for AI deployments. Monitoring and understanding this AI improvement in your company or in your daily life, it is everything today, because step by step, it is just not waiting for us. It is improving itself every minute. And continuous monitoring and incident response are essential for handling AI-related incidents to ensure privacy, security, or organizations should consider implementing real-time monitoring and anomaly detection. And the data encryption, access controls, the data minimization principles should be followed to protect sensitive information processed by AI systems, because we are generally talking about security by design, privacy by design. How can you say, oh, we are making a design with security on AI, or we are making a design on AI tools with privacy concerns? So if you want to put this kind of concerns, protection or data security or just information security issues, you need to understand, first of all, how can you put these kind of concerns in your AI designs. So establishing a dedicated incident response team with a scenario-based response plans and transparent communication help addresses incidents effectively, helps you stay ahead potential threats. So keep AI systems up to date, the latest privacy and security measures. Foster a culture, a caution and awareness around AI usage within the organization, and encourage people to be vigilant about these potential risks and threats, to report any security concerns promptly, and educate people on this privacy and security area, because AI is coming very fastly. And I know that we don't have any, particular or, oh, this is the best certification systems, please go with it. But we need to educate people about this AI in our companies and regularly review and enhance the security measures to safeguard AI systems effectively. When most technologies come about, people try to find ways to use them for all sorts of things, and many of them may not be most benevolent. And for example, ChatGPT was no different. You don't need AI to create a new malware, for example. Even as a non-programmer, humans are already very prolific at creating malware with thousands of new samples appearing every day, and it is unclear if the amount of AI-generated malware will even approach the sheer numbers we are already looking at. But we know that the bad guys will use all these tools, so defenders need to understand how they can be used, along with using them to augment their skill sets. And the next slides, the challenge of artificial intelligence, adaptation, regularity, compliance. Because you know that we are talking about not just security and privacy side, we have lots of regulatory for that. And be it our lives or our work, the growing influence of AI cannot be ignored, of course. And today AI is deep-rooted in almost every area in businesses too. So many C-level executives attest to deploying these technologies in the core parts of their companies. Yeah, we know that everybody wants to, use AI in their companies, but we need to ask them, are you ready for that? But while AI brings many fruitful gifts to businesses across the world, of course, there are lots of fruitful gifts from AI, but it also increases and exposures to corporate compliance risks and unlocks the countless need, legal, and of course, ethical concerns. To avoid this challenge, then companies must take ethical considerations and work towards the regulating their automated works. So, as the companies deploy AI for a growing range of tasks, adhering to laws, regulations, or and a legal basis and ethical standards will be critical for building a sound of AI foundation. Especially, we are discussing these kind of things in AI Commission on the health systems. And the 80% of companies plan to increase invest on responsible AI, and the 77% see regulation of AI as a priority. I think they are right in this point. And many companies, we can say that 69% have started implementing responsible AI practices, but only a little bit companies have or we can say not just operationalized, we can say personalized and put in their systems, their capabilities to be responsible by design. Being responsible by design will become more beneficial over time, especially as governments and regulators consider new standards for the development of use of AI. And countries such as United Kingdom, Brazil, China are already taking actions either by involving and evolving existing requirements related to AI, for example, in regulations such as GDPR, and of course, in today we are talking about these cybersecurity acts and digital services acts. We can give some different examples for that, or through the development of new regulatory policies. And all research shows us the awareness of AI regulation is generally widespread and that organizations are well informed. So interestingly, many organizations see regulatory compliance as an unexpected source of competitive advantage and the ability to deliver the high quality, trustworthy source of competitive advantage. The ability to deliver the high quality, trustworthy AI systems that are regulation ready will be give the first movers in significant advantage in short time and enabling them to attract new customers, retain existing ones, and build investor confidence. So, but despite all of these risks brings, many experts believe that well-designed and well-governed AI systems can benefit the organizations and societies. So, what regulatory risks must businesses prepare for? Maybe we can give some insiders from at this point, because risks and bias and discriminations. Let's not forget that AI is created by humans, so we cannot separate humans and AI in different ways. That means that it is just an suspectable and produces by biases as we are. If individuals with unconscious biases feed AI, the outcome would be produced again the programming. For instance, when you use Amazon deployed, that it's AI framework to screen job candidates, the algorithm ended up favoring male resumes. The reason, the algorithm was designed based on companies' hiring patterns during the previous decades, a period when a majority of the tech world was occupied by male individuals. And the bias, of course, unconscious again or not, the discriminatory, this technology can severely damage a company's compliance footing from the bottom line. So this is why it is critical to ensure every AI operations ethically and fairly before deploying it. And the other one is data and data security and privacy risks. Data is the food that keeps AI running. So everything starting with this big data and machine learning story. So we can say data is a food that keeps AI running. This means AI technology demands large volumes of data to bring accurate results. But the process of data collection and use comes with several security and, again, privacy concerns, and organizations must understand the importance of complying with data privacy requirements each time and accumulate the feed customer, employee, or third-party stakeholders, whatever you have, data into their AI systems. When it comes to data security, companies must make or take steps to safeguard the data they use or they collect or they share, and businesses must also invest in vulnerable training programs surrounding security awareness to eliminate breaches and they compromise sensitive customer data, employee data, or company data. I can give you an example because I am the chair of IAPP Ireland chapter, and we are just discussing about this AI governance systems because lots of legal person think about that. If we cannot protect privacy at this point in the future, the future is very short-term future. Most probably AI beat privacy because in this just non-AI world, we cannot keep personal data very securely. We are just trying to do that. And with lots of legislations, we just try to, put behind companies with these kind of requirements. But with AI, this is really hard to do that. So we just try to find a way and put the right aspects and articles in AI X right now to keep personal data in secure way. So another one is security concerns. Why AI skyrockets the efficiency of your processes? It also opens up the new opportunities for criminal activities and misoperation. As the AI revolution continues to get stronger, your companies must find a way to ensure AI is developed and used in a way that aligns with their internal policies and company values. This can be achieved through meaningful security trainings and constant monitoring of all existing systems. I'm always saying about these training issues because, again, I am saying that we cannot use everything with these, best practices and this kind very old-fashioned risk models. We need to train our people. We need to give their AI approach mindset to them, because if we cannot put everything in today, in by design time, most probably in the future, we cannot use this old-fashioned mindset employee in our AI managed systems. And the last one is antitrust capabilities. AI comes with a massive potential for unethical use. This is a biggest part of AI right now all over the world. We are discussing these ethical problems. So this led the large business to make decisions to can dominate the market and erase the competition. Such potential comes with an equally massive antitrust liability. Maybe, for instance, if an organization decides to exploit AI for collaborating on pricing decisions, the results would be huge reduction in competition with countless small companies running off businesses, and the risks of AI have made regulatory increasingly aware the different marketplaces in all over the world again get any different dangers to avoid any possibility of non-compliance or this kind of threats. This is critical for organizations to pay special attention to their AI-related actions, including the violation of antitrust laws. And the goal of using AI must be improve an organization's efficiency, not justify anti-competition laws. And the AI compliance and regulation landscape balancing innovation with ethical challenges. But as the world progresses towards more autonomous and adaptable machine learning system, the concerns over the fair and ethical use of technology and data deepen. So Uh, with the rise in popularity and the fear of ethical use of technology, think about it. Many countries are actively working on developing guidelines and regulations to address the ethical and compliance challenges posed by AI, or we can say generative AI, and machine learning technologies. But the EU become always the pioneers, in this effort by introducing the AI Act in 2021, which may leading nations have followed with similar approaches. These guidelines and regulations are designed to address issues such as bias, fairness, transparency, privacy, security, and more into development and deploying of artificial intelligence technologies. And EU became pioneers by introducing first, it is a kind of act again in 2021. I mean that 2 years ago, to regulate AI systems, safety and ethics, but leading these nations adopted similar approach. It's a holistic and collaborative and not so easy approach to develop the consolidated set of practices, because many countries and regions are still actively working on developing guidelines and regulations to address the ethical and compliance challenges posed by AI. But the problem is, think about it. For example, these AI economic firms, CROs, asking for, can you please wait 6 months because we are not ready for these new risks. Please don't develop this AI so fastly. It is very miserable right now for all of us, all of these security, privacy, compliance, or risk people. What are the AI regulation and compliance classifications, along with brief summaries of each country's key concerns and considerations, the diverse aspects of AI governance and compliance, emphasizing with the importance of addressing the issues such as bias, again, transparency, privacy, security, and other ones. But with all these kind of concerns, I mean that, for example, algorithm fairness, addressing the absence of cross-cutting AI regulation for consistent and innovation AI development, or the regulatory or governance concerns, we need to clear expectations for regulatory and compliance at good AI governance, or the data privacy and GDPR compliance, the role of regulatory insight in preventing AI-related privacy risks and threats to fundamental liberties. Privacy risks come from connected devices, example AI and data privacy. And of course, HIPAA compliance for healthcare, the collaboration among regulatories to ensure regulatory coherences for AI, and the particular in healthcare or medical systems, and regulating AI on software in medical devices. For example, we have another regulatory framework for them. So there are lots of different aspects to make in a secure way to development of AI. But if we want to put the right regulatory concerns or requirements in the right way, we need to collaborate all this kind of different ways or different mainstream regulatory put in and combined together with the AI Act. And the other one is AI implementation challenge and how to overcome them. In here, the first question is, what are the top obstacles when implementing AI? Because all these companies, all these organizations want to implement AI in their systems. If you developed any software right now based on security, based on privacy, or based on any automation systems or OT systems, everybody wants to put AI in a part of it and wants to say, oh, it's AI-based privacy tools, or it's AI-based security tools. But think about it, artificial intelligence is changing our lives with each past day. So from writing tools to self-driving cars, or we are slowly learning to incorporate the various uses of AI into multiple aspects of our lives. Another field of where AI can be used with great successes in just online learning. However, companies and institutions looking to update their learning systems with AI might find themselves having to deal with unexpected hurdles. Let's look at AI implementation challenges as well as the ways to overcome with them. The first one is inefficient or low quality data. AI systems functions by being trained on a set of data relevant to topic they are tackling. However, companies often struggling to feed their AI algorithms with the right quality or volume of data necessary because they don't have access it or because that quantity doesn't yet exist. This is very important because if you want to use this kind of AI based systems in your companies, you need to have a right quality and volume of data, or if you don't have, you cannot analyze everything with AI way. So this issue, otherwise known as a bias problem, can be prevented if you make sure to use representative or high quality data. In addition, it would be the best start for AI journey with simpler algorithms that you can easily comprehend and control for your bias and integrity, of course, and modify accordingly. So don't use very complex, very unprepared AI systems in your companies. Everybody, if I mean that if they want to use any AI systems, please start this journey with just a simpler algorithms because it is Gen AI, it is generative. So if you started with a not a huge volume of data, it can learn itself. And it learn everything itself based on your security systems, based on your industrial changes. So this is really important to start this journey with this way. And the other one is outdated infrastructure. For artificial intelligence systems to give us an expected results, they need to process large amounts of information in fractions of a second. The only way to process these large amounts of information in fractions operating on devices with suitable infrastructure and processing capabilities. However, many businesses are still using very outdated equipment or tools or systems, and that is in no way capable of taking on the challenge of AI implementation. So, therefore, it goes without saying that businesses that want to revolutionize or make a revolution in their systems, but they are not prepared to invest in infrastructure tools and applications that are technologically advanced. So you need to be ready, first of all, if you are using very old-fashioned infrastructure or maybe we can say orchestrate in your organizations. First of all, you need to update yourself because if you put lots of food, that data in the systems, they need to be, up their appetite for these AI systems. And the other one is integration into existing systems. The incorporating AI in your training program is much more than downloading a few plugins on your language models. As we have already discussed, you need to take extra time to consider whether you have storage processors or these employees trying to train. And the lack of AI talent, while we are on a subject or expertise considering how new concept of AI in learning and education, it's not safe to say that finding people with necessary knowledge and skills in considerable change, because in fact that lack of internal knowledge keeps many businesses from trying their hand at AI. And the other one is overestimating your AI systems. The technological advancement we have witnessed sometimes led to us believe that technology can go and do no wrong. And the another one is cost requirements because the based on everything we have discussed so far, it is easy to understand that developing, implementing, and integrating AI into your business systems and strategy won't be so cheap. To get it right, you are going to have collaborate with AI experts that have necessary knowledge and skills and launch ongoing these AI training programs for your employees and probably update your IT equipment to able to handle the requirements of your AI machine learning tools. And in addition to AI implementation challenges, I need to mention to discrepancies in AI availability around the world, especially while some countries are ready to making leaps in AI technology, others are struggling to conquer much more simpler technology advancement. This is my favorite one because you know that when we talk about privacy, after they put in first GDPR, we will mention about, oh, there will be a new job. This is data privacy officers. And now we have a feature compliance careers in here, the artificial intelligence compliance officer, because this innovative technologies transform the financial industry at all levels, and the role of compliance officer is no different. There is the feature compliance job. While less complex job would be replaced by automated systems, other aspects would become more important to portfolio of GRC professionals. And one of them is new responsibilities that will arise with changing industry in control or controller, we can say. And the role is artificial intelligence compliance officer, AICO. And it is a human employee who targets groups are AI software, but also programmers and users. It includes AI inside the company's products and solutions, but also internal AI taking the role of this artificial intelligence employee. Such technology requires new jobs, and one of them could be an AI compliance officer. So this is an, how can I say, intelligent software enters the offices with the time, replaces human colleagues, but AI will not only be our internal partner. It could be, how can I say, the included in our products too. So of course, this new roles, I mean that AI compliance officers department have some responsibilities. First of all, for example, responsibility, a robot or intelligent software is less comparable, dehumanized. Think about it from Star Wars world, RTD2, but better to understand as the T-1000 from Terminator, the films, the cinemas, and originally created to kill all humans. But as the resistance could kidnap one of these missions, they changed the basic programming, implementing new goal to human products and protect them after all. So it is learning itself. So this is totally different world. But these new roles got responsibility and explainability, because we need to understand everything from the AI should be capable of, the accuracy, of course, and the other one is auditability, because we need to track everything. It is learning itself, and we need to describe and identify what is going on in here. And the fairness, of course, because as today's society is a diverse, AI should be and attend all human counterparts in a fair way. This is my last slide, and I know my time is up, and so I want to give the closing speech in here. I really, at the Gartner conferences, they use this sentence: "We shape AI. AI shapes us." This is a perfect, quote for us right now. Maybe you remember Churchill famously said, "We shape our buildings, and then they shape us." Maybe you remember these wordings. They converted this way: we shape AI, AI shapes us. But I think it's the same could be said, but the AI we use. From relying on our AI language model apps over memory, and how to texting has shifted which finger we use and switch off the lights. Of course, if you are under 30, it's likely to be your thumb, not your index finger. But there are so many ways to both big and small that our lives are influenced by tech. And the potential of AI cuts the ways. I mean that it can help us skyrocket their efficiency or lend to tangle compliance pitfalls. And the AI wave has already ready. And even if your businesses does not directly engage with AI technologies or this changes in technology challenges, I mean that it must be brace itself, for risks are already inside. So AI is an ever-shifting and complex landscape right now. We have lots of gray zone. We still have, and that is why simple answers don't win, but open-mindedness on a commitment to working together to test and adapt solutions. And the time is now. We have to ask ourselves, what do we want to build and how will shape it us. Thank you very much for listening. And now I'm checking if you have any questions. I will try to answer everything very quickly. Okay, we have no questions. So have a lovely day. Hopefully it will be enjoyable, all the events for you. Thank you very much for listening to me. Hope to see you again. Bye-bye.